We are in Acts 9, beginning with verse 23. When many days passed. Now, in Galatians and also in 2 Corinthians, we have some interesting things that Paul uses to explain himself. Galatians 1:13 through 18, Paul explained more about what was happening in those days. He described how he went to Arabia for a period of time. That's where he went to seminary. And then he returned from Damascus to Damascus. It was 3 years he was in Arabia. And after his return to Damascus, he went to Jerusalem. And Paul spent a total of 3 years in Damascus and in Arabia. Galatians 1:18. Truly, these were many days. So he had a first-hand education at the feet of Jesus. In 2 Corinthians 11:32 through 33, Paul referred to the incident and mentions it happened under Aretas, the king. This means that this escape from Damascus happened about between 37 and 39 AD. So taking into this account this 3 years mentioned in Galatians 1:18, and that this incident happened at the end of those 3 years, we can surmise that Paul was converted somewhere between 34 and 36 AD. The Jews plotted to kill him, but their plot became known to Saul. So essentially they began many things that he must suffer in my name, as spoken in Acts 9:16. Saul was now persecuted instead of being the persecutor. If Saul knew what it was to be persecuted for his faith, he also knew the mighty deliverance of God. Saul enjoyed divine protection until his ministry was completed before God. They were watching the gates at night in order to kill him. But his disciples took him by night and let him down through an opening in the wall, lowering him in a basket. Saul indeed knew the divine protection in the midst of persecution, but he also learned that God's deliverance often comes in humble ways. There's nothing triumphant about sneaking out of the city and hiding in a basket. It was the beginning of the many escapes that Paul would have in his life, and sometimes they caught him, imprisoned him, beat him, and he did indeed suffer much for the sake of Jesus.